This is the interior of the new Cornerstone Arts Building at Colorado College. The foyer, we're having an environmental awards conference today, sponsored by Pikes Justice and Peace Commission, and this is just cocktails beforehand with program to follow. And here comes Bill Sulzman telling us what it's all about. Hi, Bill. Served by Bristol Brewing Company. Yay.
Anybody in here?
Oh, I know it's slow.
We're all out chatting with
Does everybody come and just eat, drink, and leave?
You know, it's amazing. You get 100 people and there's still empty. It's a big place. Anybody else coming in? Yeah. I mean you. It's great to see so many people here. It's World Environment Day. And thanks to we're gonna finally get into celebrating this. You know, they're celebrating it all around the world, as we'll hear a little later. I am Steve Saint, and I am the Executive Director of the Pikes Justice and Peace Commission. And the Justice and Peace Commission actually has been in Colorado Springs for 30-some years now. And we've been promoting nonviolent social justice and sustainability for about 30 years. And I was looking at some of this history because I've only been in town for about 10. And I found out that some of the early projects in the 70s were assisting battered women, advocating for divestiture from apartheid South Africa, and calling for a citizens advisory committee to Colorado Springs Utilities. So back in the 70s, the Justice and Peace Commission was part of the what I would call the first wave, the first green wave. The first green wave was, you know, the hippies and the 60s, going into 1970 Earth Day and the subsequent creation of the Environmental Protection Agency, the passing of the Endangered Species Act, the whole first green wave of the late 60s, early 70s. And then things kind of died down, and then the second wave came along in the mid-80s. And I just recently saw Star Trek. You know, if you remember Star Trek 4, where they go back in time to get the wave.
Yes.
Okay, 1986, save the wave. The second green wave came through. And that led to 1990, which was the 20th anniversary of Earth Day and the establishment of Earth Day as an annual event instead of just something that happened in 1970. And the JMP was there, helping with early Earth Day celebrations. And I read that in '91, the Justice and Peace Commission had a marching contingent in the Festival of Lights Parade.
Indeed.
And it was about, what was it, the 12 rays of Christmas. You know, 12 generators humming, 11 solar robots, 10 organic gardens, whatever. They sang this version of the song. So, anyway, here we are, fast forward, third green wave. Hopefully the best one of all. And Justice and Peace is again involved in trying to promote sustainability through classes through the Northwest Earth Institute, through events like the Repeat Boutique clothes swapping thing, and also helping to organize community initiatives, one of them being the Green Cities Coalition, which many of you are familiar with. So I really appreciate you coming here, and I'm glad you could celebrate World Environment Day with the Justice and Peace Commission and all of us. So thank you very much for coming. And with no further ado, we have a whole bunch of speakers. They get about 10 minutes each. Okay? Because we only have like an hour. And then we're going to have the Green Hall of Fame. And that's going to be exciting. And I also want to mention that we advertise 5:30 to 7:30. We have a bonus event if you're able to stick around. And that is a film we'll be showing in this room called called Scarred Lands, Wounded Lives, about the environmental impacts of war, which I think is very relevant to all of us. So, let me ask you to join me in welcoming the local honcho from the United Nations Association to tell us what's going on around the world, Mr. James Amata.